So, there we were in front of King Augustus himself in Mitros, and he looked me dead in the eyes and he said, "Great hero, I charge you with this quest. Find the famous Altros, the ship of great fables and beyond legends, and something, something, something." And so, we began our search by trying to figure out, first off, what the hell the Altros actually was and where we would begin finding it. When we were out discovering what we could, a little bit here, a little bit there, trying to get the feel of the area, because we were still new to Mitros, the wonderful, beautiful Lady Valis, Queen Valis, or Goddess Lady Valis, gave us a little bit of a warning that says, if and when you do find the famed Altros, be wary with returning that information to King Augustus, because you may find yourselves quite disposed of shortly thereafter. I recommended removing the king as a problem. They said that's frowned upon in these parts. I don't get the problem. I kind of pissed off our little centurion. Humans, you know what I'm saying? They don't make any sense. So, we took our leave, with warnings and dire cautions intact, and we began to explore the famous city of Mitros. And my home from long ago, mind you, but times do change, and, well, Sidon is a fucker who likes to ruin things, so let's see what's been done to my beautiful city. We came across the cult of Lutheria, and mind you, I do mean the cult of Lutheria, brainwashing bastards, handing out wine and pig to everybody, including little children who don't need wine, mind you, and they were just handing it out to anybody and everybody. Now, after a little bit of a rough upstart between me and some of the cultists, a little bit of, friction between me and our centurion friend, we began to just finally settle it out, and they pointed us in the direction of their temple if we had any further questions, which, we did. But we took a little pause, and we went to visit the ancestral home of our dear friend Euron, whose family was born and raised in this wonderful, very uppity neighborhood, if you know what I mean. They got gates around everyone's home. But we went there, and, it kind of looked a little rundown and trashy to me, but that's just me. When Euron saw it, though, she seemed to get a little, excited, yet scared. When we asked her questions, she could see things that we couldn't see. The doors were open and inviting. For us, it was closed and raggedy, but hey, she went in there, guns blazing, swords charging, and trying to make sure if someone was home, who was home, and what was going on. Had a little bit of a freak-out session. We didn't judge. Her home, her rules. You know what I'm saying? Once we got done with that craziness, we decided to go visit the Temple of Lutheria, because I, of course, had my suspicions. There we met incest brother kissing on incest sister, and which is typical of the Lutherians. Yeah, let's go join that cult. And after much attempt on their part to get us to join, they finally asked a favor of us, which is quite natural. They would like us to determine the location of their stolen wine. Now, me being a satyr of great renown, I could, of course, have turned it down, but we're here to help the people, and if they never saw that wine again, well, it wouldn't actually be a problem for me, if you know what I'm saying. I took a sample of that wine from the cult just to make certain I could find it, and thus I discovered there was a little bit of a little brewery happening within there. They added a little bit of this fungus that makes you feel good, if you know what I mean. So yeah, they're passing out drugged wine to all the little folk who have nothing going on for them, so when they drink their stupid wine, they start feeling really good. Well, we weren't going to have none of that. We went to the Temple of the Five Gods. Nothing important going on over there. We left the Temple of the Five Gods. Quite disappointing, mind you, with everything happening. I'm going to have a talk with that old curator. And we went to investigate where the wine was coming from, the vineyards themselves. There we stumbled across this band of satyrs, my people, having a party like normal. Syaanis and I, of course, being the emissaries of the group, joined the party, and there we were more than happy to partake of the wine and the dance and we just had some fun. Let's just leave it at that. But then we heard that there was this very special harp that was being played, and I could hear this lovely tune. So I must investigate this further, because I know my dear friend was asking me about a special kind of harp, which I don't know anything about it. But when the leader of the satyrs came out of his bush, turned out it was our old friend Castor. Yeah, I know that guy. Yeah, fuck that guy. So there's your recap of last week's events, ladies and gentlemen. But we do want to give you all a heads up that there will be a new player joining us in the near future. We're very excited to have this player at a certain point in time join us. So here and now, we would like to tell everybody that Julia is officially pregnant, and that we are having a child, and that at a certain point, that baby ain't gonna play with us, but you know what I'm saying, that we have a future D&D'er that will be joining the ranks. So, that being said,
That's
I turn it over to
awesome.
you.
Oh, well, thank you for completely throwing me off my game. That's awesome, you guys. Congratulations. Oh, it's so cool. All right, so you guys get one free inspiration for the night each because of a baby. Oh, it's so awesome, man. Yay, I love babies. Okay.
If I can ruin your intro.
No,
I'm
you
glad.
didn't ruin it. That's awesome. And now I'm completely like baby minded. All right. So bringing the scene back in. Well, let me click around. Fuck me up. Let me click around here. Where am I at? Okay. So remember, you are in the vineyards. Well, you are just outside the vineyards of Mitros. You followed a short path, a small path, into the woods that surround the vineyard. You happened upon a slightly foggy glade. A glade opening up several dozen feet around you. Trees sporadically throughout the middle of it, but otherwise encompassed in trees all around. The original three satyrs that you saw were on a fallen log with the dryad. And then, as Castor appeared with a nymph accompanying him, he came out as well. Y'all are probably, I mean, you were talking normally, so 10 to 15, 20 feet away, your group versus their group. And Castor peeks around the corner and says, "Well, hello. I didn't think I would ever see you again. Lycus. Syaanis."
I was so hoping I would see you again. Syaanis, I don't know if you know this fucker.
No, I recognize him.
You know him?
I mean, I'm more surprised that you know him.
I grew up with that son of a bitch.
Well, I don't think we need to get into name calling, do we?
Oh, I have many names I've penned for you, my friend, all these years.
Yeah, and you're one to and you're one to fucking say don't call names. Remember that shit you used to call me back in the village?
I do. I also recall it was nothing that you didn't deserve. You are one to talk about a sharp tongue, aren't you? Well, to what do my friends and I owe this esteemed pleasure, you heroes of the prophecy?
I gotta pause. Is anyone hearing static or is it just me?
Might be just you.
Are we staticking?
I hear it.
I'm a mute. Joey, mute.
I will mute. 1 second. Mute.
No, I hear it still. Austin. Oh. Okay.
Interesting.
Oh, it's back.
Oh no, we have technical difficulties.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's Austin.
Wait,
Yeah,
all right, no,
maybe I'm just gonna have to reposition my mind a little.
Out of character moment. Okay, hold on.
You're muted, Joey.
Yeah, I know. You hear it? Were you still hearing static or no?
Oh yeah, no, I can still hear it.
Even when I was muted?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's Austin.
Okay. All right. Well, now we know who it is.
Okay.
And
fuck you, Castor. What brings us here? Oh, nothing much. I heard there were some satyrs in town, and we were just looking to come by and say hi. You know how we folks are, very family oriented and friendly. At least some of us.
yes, you always were very family oriented, weren't you, Lycus? So family oriented that you took interest in my family as well.
That's how families grow, bitch.
Not in your case. So, what can we do for each of you? You've already drank some wine and had a good time. Is there anything else I can help you with? Maybe play you a song or entertain you some other way?
You think they'll be mad if I kill him right here? I kind of like whisper this to Simon. You think they'll be mad if I just kill the shit out of him?
Yeah, probably a little bit. No, trust me. I get it, but not here. Not right now.
You seem so tense.
Oh yeah. No, it's tense. It's a tense world. Tense times. Tense. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like a bowstring just ready to pop.
He strums light on the harp. That's so unfortunate.
That's a cute instrument. Last time I checked, you couldn't play anything, not even a fiddle.
It seems we have both changed, Lycus. And even you, Syaanis. Strum. I need all of you to give me a wisdom saving throw. Lycus and Syaanis with advantage.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Alright, I rolled a 15.
Okay.
I got it. Hold on. That beyond thing is.
I know.
Is she with us?
She is.
Is she?
Oh, I thought they went into the clan by themselves.
We went ahead because we didn't know.
If you want to, okay. Well, would you be out of eye and earshot of this or no? I'm just curious. It's up to you since we never clarified.
Oh, I had assumed that I was, but I'd prefer to be with them.
You're welcome to. Yeah. I will roll one for Euron and one for full on.
Wisdom?
Indeed.
Rolled an 18.
Okay. Well, I guess you want to borrow. 19. I was gonna say you want to borrow one of my d20s, buddy. I got a couple.
No, I got a 19.
Okay. So he keeps strumming along. I really think you should calm down and sit with us. It's not good to stress your mind so much. Perhaps those who sent you here would like to see you back in one piece, and I'm sure we can come to some sort of an arrangement. Syaanis, you and Euron and Folon seem to think this is a very reasonable request. In fact, you, despite the years, well, not years, but in your case, months of ridicule, you think maybe people could change. Maybe he is different. And in fact, kind of like him. You are mechanically charmed. As are Euron and full on.
Hey, Lycus, I think we should actually stick around, maybe see what he has to say. It's weird, like...
What the hell could he possibly have to say to us?
I don't know, man, but, I mean, listening to that harp, it's interesting. Because,
It's a harp.
I mean, I don't know why, though. Like, just something about it just sounded good. Weird, because I thought the only instrument he would be able to actually play anymore is, I remember back in the village, he was really good at playing the skin flute.
Yeah. The most I could ever attest to him is he'd take a rock and smack it against his head and call it a drum. About the only thing he was good at.
Oh, Lycus. You know, in a very strange way, I kind of missed you.
Oh, I bet you did, you son of a bitch. Well, is this your group? Is this your party?
It is. We are the Four Winds. It wouldn't surprise me if you haven't heard of us. We're kind of more of a local name, but...
Yeah, with that name, you're not going to get very far.
Well, I guess it'd be hard to impress one of the heroes of the Heartlands.
How'd you know we were coming, and how do you know we were sent? Because you said those who sent us.
We heard that those short-lived, foggy memory humans running the Temple of Lutheria were sending people out to look for us. And considering that I also heard that you were all in town, and, well, I don't believe in the fates acting circumstantially, I put two and two together. And the way that one there is staring at my harp, nodding slightly over to Aina, it seemed a reasonable conclusion, and seems even more reasonable now. So what have you all been up to since I last saw you? I'm very intrigued to know.
Oh, you know, saving lives, getting famous, getting rich, doing amazing things for the world. What have you been up to? Putting your dick in crawfish holes again?
Here I am, trying to be amicable to you and your friends, and you just can't help yourself. Can you, Lycus?
Oh, my friend, I am restrained.
Well,
but no, you know what? Let's hear. Maybe you have something of utmost importance. I will listen to the words of my calmer friend here. And yeah, maybe our past should not intrude upon our present. So, by all means, let's talk, Castor.
As hard as it is to say, Syaanis, I do think that he is right, and that you are, at least for the moment, the more reasonable one. You know, Syaanis, I do bear some guilt for always being so hard on you. It was never really you, it was just... Your uncle made things so hard for us. And of course, I couldn't publicly humiliate him, that would only make things harder, so being as young and impetuous as I was, I drew blood with my tongue against his nephew. So, in a very limited sense, although you were quite a pin yourself, I do apologize for giving you an undue share, and I'm very glad to share this peaceful conversation with you.
I mean, yeah, I don't mind mincing words, but I still remember.
As do I. Well, if the rumors are true and you are all together here, some heroes of an amazing property, and you're going to stand up to the very titans themselves, I assume that you would want to strike against Lutheria and those who serve her.
More than you can imagine.
Especially those who serve her.
So you would like to strike against them more than me?
Let's not compare. Let's see what you've got.
The humans that run the Temple of Lutheria are quite a thorn in our side. They forget the deal their forebears made, allowing the tribe that we now run to maintain the vineyard, and they seek to remove us. We've ignored them for quite a while, but then they start sending more and more people, as you are evidence of yourselves. So, I figured it would be quite a pleasant thing for you to kill them and get them off of our back. And in return, I can offer you something of mine. That way I am paying, so you get what you want. Lutheria and her temple is paying, and so you get what you want. And only in the small case of having an annoyance removed am I getting what I want. So you win, twice over.
So who would we have to kill for you? Because there's an entire cult, unless you're telling me to kill the entire cult.
Oh, if you feel free, if you would like to draw that much blood. No, I am simply requesting that you kill its two leaders. The human Trellis and the female human Septia.
That's
They are
incest
the
brother
ones.
and sister, right? That's the
Ones
two
that were like at the front of the place.
Yeah, that's the ones who met us in
I have heard of such things, indeed.
Yeah, they confirmed it in front of us.
That's intriguing.
No, it's not. It was quite revolting.
Hmm.
But then
I
again,
pass no
you found
judgments.
revolting things quite intriguing. Why would we do this for you? What could you possibly give us that we would want? What do you have that would make it worth the risk to us?
Well, I assumed that since you are the how to put this? I'm so bad still at sugarcoating things. Since you are believers, since you
I
are
think you froze.
benefactors. No, I didn't
Oh.
freeze. Castor did not freeze.
Yeah, you did. I had to refresh.
Since you are the benefactors of the five gods, and you seem to have grown attached to them, and maybe you would want one of the goddess of music herself's instruments. That which I hold here. The Boreal Harp.
I want that. Like, I'm looking at Lycus, like, I want that bad.
When did how? Is that thing you were talking about earlier on the road?
Yeah.
To Mitros?
To Astoria. Yeah.
Or, yeah, that's right, Astoria. That were
Yeah.
right before we met the cow people.
It was
That
stolen
Oh.
from a dear friend, and I was tasked to return it to her.
Wouldn't that dear friend be Kira? Is it that
No.
Kira's? How do we know that's the goddess of music's harp and not just some fancy ass harp you found that my friend likes?
All you need to do is ask at the Temple of the Five. They know
Okay.
the four winds.
I'll take the harp and then I'll go to the Temple of the Five and get it confirmed.
You most certainly shall not. But it is yours to have if you do this small errand for us and for yourselves.
If it's such a small errand, why have you not dispatched them yourself?
Because they have powerful friends, and we do not want to jeopardize the relationship we have with the wealthiest merchants in Mitros. We live a good life, and we'd like to keep it that way. If we were to get implicated in such an assassination of the Temple of Lutheria's leaders, well, that would put us in a untoward position. The heroes of the prophecy, however, who are meant to stand up against the Titans, well, you have a little more clout than us, and stand to lose nothing.
And how do we know that you won't tip off your wealthy friends that this will happen so that right after we kill them, then we get arrested or killed ourselves? Killing two birds with one stone for you.
So Syaanis is the more reasonable one, and you, Centaur, are the most intelligent one. No, I can offer you no assurances. You have simply my word. Isn't that good enough for you, Syaanis? You've known me for years.
I'm sorry, my friend Syaanis is not suffering from a stroke right now, so clearly the answer is no.
Syaanis.
I mean, I think we should take him up on it, but we'll talk about this later, because I think I may have an idea.
So you wanna go back to the Temple of Lutheria, kill the two people that run the church, or the cult, excuse me, definitely not a church, and you think he's gonna give us back that harp? Which might be Kira's?
Well,
would you like proof, Lycus? So untrusting as always.
Absolutely.
You may want to step back. And so he steps towards your group, and everybody, if you want to.
Fuck if he's stepping forward and I'm stepping back. You step back.
I'm stepping back.
I step back. I'm just like grumbling to myself because I refuse to give this man an inch.
And you see
I step
him.
back.
You see him reach up with the harp, and he starts slowly plucking 3 or 4 strings, and then slightly faster, and then slightly faster, in a discordant, high-pitched melody. And then, right in front of your eyes, a wind tunnel forms on the ground in front of you. Spinning faster and faster, rising up from the ground until a small tornado forms. He plucks a couple of strings, it jerks left and jerks right. Disappears up into the sky. Lightning strikes down where the ground was, black and charred all around, smoke rising from the grass. The fog settles back in between you. Do you know of any non-godly items who can do such a thing?
Oh, this motherfucker has Kira's harp!
She may even give you a reward. I heard she had been looking for it for quite some time.
I need a moment. I need a moment. I need a moment. I turn around and begin to walk away.
I'll follow Lycus.
Careful not to walk too far away, Lycus. You remember what happened last time, don't you?
Oh, fuck!
So, Syaanis, how is your uncle? And he engages you in conversation. I didn't know who wanted to pick up the scene here, so...
I mean,
all kind of. Oh,
he's been alright.
He's okay.
he's been around. He's been doing stuff. He brought me to the city, so that was cool.
About at this point, that slight feeling of supernatural affection you had towards Castor fades off, and you feel kind of disjointed, looking at him in different eyes now, from a different perspective, and all the emotions you had of Castor in your memory start flooding back and reaching the forefront of your mind. The charm has worn off.
So at this point, I'm just kind of like, standing around backside. It's like, Aina, I fucking can't. I can't. I will kill that son of a bitch right now, and I can't kill all the other satyrs. They're innocent in this, but that son of a bitch needs to die.
What is going on?
I'm perfectly okay to kill the cult of Zutheria. I don't have a problem with that. Wouldn't even blink an eye for kissy brother, sister, whatever the shit they humans are, do whatever. Oh, that son of a bitch killed my tribe. I knew it. My clan is dead. I knew it because of him. I know it. I know it. He did something. He did something. Because he was mad. He was jealous.
He was jealous of you?
Yeah, he's jealous of me. Of course he's jealous of me. He can never live up to me. He's a fucking nobody. Anyways, so he hated me because he had a sister. His sister and I were a thing, That was going to be my wife. And he couldn't stand it. He couldn't stand it. My family was running the thing. They were calling the shots. They were the leaders. Everybody respected them and looked up to them. And he was a nobody.
So he had everyone killed?
I think so. I think it's too coincidental. We never, ever, ever, ever gave away our positions. Never. And luckily, coincidentally, when the goatlings attacked, while everyone was sleeping, he just was nowhere to be found. You best believe after I found what remained of my family, I went looking for his ass, just hoping I would find it hacked to pieces and gnawed up. No, he comes sauntering in there, just looking for his sister.
Was she killed too?
No, she wasn't killed at all. She was with me that night.
That she was never your wife?
No, that night we were going to seal it.
I understand your rage. I'm sorry. I'll help you kill him. But let's use him to help blow a strike against the cult of Lutheria. Then we kill him.
Can't be trusted. He can't be trusted. I don't know what we're gonna do, but he can't be trusted. You better keep 4 eyes in the back of your head. That son of a bitch will set us up every step of the way.
So what do you think we should do?
What if we just kill him now and just take the herp and go? Is that really? Because they said, why don't we bring him back? Can we just kill him? Can we just kill him? I don't know.
I fear that we're outnumbered. He's got his group, and then it looks like Euron and Syaanis and Folon are eating at his table, so I don't know if they would help us or not. Do they know what he did to you?
No, nobody knows. Where we get that harp away from him? There's no way in hell he'd give that harp up. Wonder if there's a way to get it out.
I need that harp. One way or another. Whether he lives or dies, I need it.
Well, why do you need the harp?
Because it was stolen from a very dear friend.
Yeah, Kira.
No.
No?
No. A nymph I met on my way to Astoria.
So that's not Kira's harp?
I don't know if what he says is true. You said he can't be trusted. I was not told it was Kira's harp. I was just told it was the Boreal harp and that it was stolen from her by a band of satyrs. And she asked me if I'd get it back for her, and I told her I would.
Okay. I don't know. It's clearly he has some sort of powerful artifact. Oh my god. How'd that son of a bitch find an artifact of that power? Okay. Alright, let's not leave Syaanis with him.
Okay.
We need to figure this out. I'm not gonna be able to think straight, so y'all make a decision. We'll figure out what we're gonna do. Let's go get Syaanis.
Alright.
So as you turn to walk back, during this time period, Syaanis, Castor was still engaging you in conversation. So Syaanis, how did you come to be with the petulant child Lycus?
That about a month ago, thereabouts. We apparently had similar goals, and we've been hanging out ever since. He's been a very good ally.
I was not expecting that. I assumed that you had some endgame similarities, because your personalities don't exactly mesh well, at least not what I remember of you and what I remember of him, and although it seems that you may have changed, he most certainly has not. You know how he walks around just peacocking everywhere and flaunting. You're killing me, Josh. Flaunting everything.
Well, yeah, but that's just him.
It is, but the thing is, for the weak-minded, it works. It gets people to follow him. Like he betwixt to my sister all those years ago, and because of him, my sister is dead.
Well, I mean, I know he gets around.
I'm sure he does now. He always had the fancy of the ones in our clan. But this one was different. And I think was attracted to her simply because she was my sister. And I was the only one who saw through his ruse, the show he puts on for everybody. But she bought into it, like a fish on a line. After the tribe disbanded because of the horrible assault, which, by the way, Lycus was nowhere around for. Seems quite strange to me. After the assault and the tribe disbanded, we carried on, even though Lycus abandoned us. We carried on, going from town to town, trying to rebuild, and that's when we came across your lovely clan. And unfortunately, your uncle was very suspicious of us, and so things didn't quite work out. And then slowly... I'm sorry, I did not mean to interrupt you. You were going to say something.
Well, if you knew my uncle the way I did, he probably had a real good fucking reason to not trust you.
I believe he was very protective. And I would be too if I had a family such as yours. But now my family is gone. As we traveled, our numbers began to dwindle, our fortunes never changed. And so they all started to blame me, when I was simply doing the best I could. I was trying to repair the damage wrought by that night. And before long, my own sister was questioning me, turning everybody else against me. She even threatened to go disband the tribe further and secure our doom and find the Lycus, like he could do something. When have you ever known Lycus to actually care about other people, much less take care of an entire clan? He was foolish.
I mean, even though I've only known him for like a month, he's, like I was saying, he's been a really good ally. He's been there for us basically every step of the way so far. So I don't really have a reason to not trust him. I mean, everything I've seen so far, he's a good dude.
Oh, look.
He's better company than I used to keep.
They're walking back. They must have come to some sort of an agreement. And as you look over, Castor nodding towards Lycus and Ina coming back from the edge of the wood, your gaze falls across Euron and Folon, and you see Euron just staring directly at you. And suddenly, her eyes slightly roll in the back of her head, and she ragdoll crumples to the ground with a heavy thud. And Folon quickly gets down. Hey, you guys, we need some help over here. He starts moving her and kind of slapping her cheek a little bit. I don't know what's wrong with her. You see her eyes are open from a distance, and her body just seems still on the ground before you. It looks like your friend's in trouble, Syaanis. So all of you see this. What do y'all do?
I run over and attempt to do a medicine check on her.
Okay,
See
so
if I
medicine
can't
check.
discern what's going on. Yeah, that's only an 11.
Okay. You can tell very easily that she has a pulse. She's breathing, although it's kind of rapid and shallow. Aina, you kind of see the same thing. I think of the rest of you would be most likely that you would recognize this is something that happens to people when they get in a very dangerous situation. Sometimes they just kind of short circuit and get into a state where they can't really recover. The real world equivalent of shock is what it is.
Would I know how to treat that or anything?
Give me a medicine check. Let's find out.
Oh, boy. 3.
3. Although you have seen it, no, you don't know how to help people recover from it. You know that it is not deadly, but it can incapacitate somebody for quite a while. Their mind is essentially damaged, usually temporarily.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I was going to say, you hear her now. Her breathing is rapidly escaping her mouth, but it doesn't look as though she's gasping for air. It looks as though she's trying to say something. And the words that keep forming on her lips are Atreus, Leda, Fenris. Like she's calling out to some of the same names you heard her shouting in her home earlier today.
I think she's still suffering from the effects of going back to her house.
What the hell? How does this just come over her? Get up! Wake up! I kind of just like, not shake her, but like, hey, come on, come on.
No, she's gonna need some time. I've seen this before.
Do we have to take her to the temple?
I mean, it might be better for her to just go way down back at the end.
I would rather somebody look at her. I think we should take her to the temple of the 5 gods. That way someone can look after her in case something happens.
We can send Folon back with her.
Yeah.
That way we continue the mission.
Okay.
I'll take her blanket out of her bag and wrap her in her blanket, set her on Folon's back.
All right, tighten her up. I'm gonna be running fast. I don't want to lose her.
Okay.
Y'all gonna be good? Got a
We'll be
weird
all
look
right.
in your eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get her out
All
of here.
right. I'm going. Cuts back through the trees. You hear him galloping down the road out of the vineyard towards Mitros itself. Is she all right? Castor says from the side.
Yeah, she will be.
She's not your concern.
Seems like I may have been the only one concerned about her while you were having your hissy fit like us. But you're right. She's not my concern.
Okay, I think we're done here. Is this where we can find you once the deed is done, or do you move on somewhere else? Do you run and hide? I know you gotta hide out somewhere, because that's, common.
We generally keep to the woods here.
Okay, so you'll be here.
Maybe not in this exact spot, but if you come here once you are done, or if you need anything else, we'd be more than happy to help you, and we will know you were here, and we will come to you.
Yeah. DM, when I look at them and the group and we've stepped away and all that, is there anything that they have as a marking, clan, tribe, like distinction, emblem.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, like does the Four Winds have a logo?
Yeah, there you go. 19.
19. Okay. Although you do
Damn, I'm
not,
rolling hot on them.
you are. Although you do not see a logo or anything of that sort, you do see that the area that they are in, they seem to regularly stack up barrels in the general same area, and there's scrapes on the log from hoof marks and things like that. So there appear to be physical clues if you needed to try and find other places that they may be or they have gone to do that. But there are no markings or anything of that sort in the area. Nothing unnatural.
No flags, no emblems, nothing to designate the group of the Four Winds.
That's correct.
Fucking people. Okay.
Hey, Castor, before we leave,
Yes, Syaanis.
just as a formality, maybe it's just because of my old employers. Can we get this in writing?
Certainly. What exactly would you like in writing?
Just what you're sending us out on, what we'll get in return.
Oh, such as we are ordering an assassination of the leaders of the Temple of Lutheria in return for a magical instrument that was stolen from one of the 5 gods, signed Castor of the Four Winds. Yes?
I mean, you don't have to
That'd be
put
great.
your name. You don't have to
That'd
put
be
your
perfect.
name,
Yeah.
but formalities.
I just don't want to go kill these 2 jackwagons and then come back and not get the heart.
I mean, if you're as trusting as you say you are, I'd imagine you'd be fine with what I'm asking, right?
Roll a persuasion check. With advantage, because I know was helping you.
Okay. That is a 21.
I do loathe putting things in writing, especially when it's criminal activity. However, since it's you, and you're so reasonable and intelligent, I suppose that could be arranged. And do you have something to write on? I seem to be woefully unprepared for such a contract.
I dig into my bag and hand him something.
It's quite common.
He scribbles down the general gist. Something very vague, such as request the excision of the heads at the Temple of Lutheria in return for a rare magical artifact known as the Boreal Harp, signed an anonymous benefactor. I hope this suits you. It is as much as I am willing to put on paper where it could be shown to anybody else by the less scrupulous among you. Glancing over at Lycus.
No, this'll work. I appreciate it.
You don't have to run off. I don't think they're going anywhere. You're welcome to enjoy some more wine while your friend recovers. I'd love to continue talking to all of you. Even you, Lycus. I did miss you.
There'll be time for talking soon. As for now, we've got an excision to plan.
Speaking of planning the excision, can we take a few barrels back with us just so we can be under the guise of we found the wine that was owed to the temple, we're delivering it, and then we can kill them? Like, can we use that as our end to the temple?
I mean, that's a good idea.
I knew she was the intelligent one. Sure. These 2 are mostly empty anyway, but there's still some in there. It bears the seal of the temple, so if that is what you think you need, a small price to pay.
Yeah, that'd be fine, I think. As long as we have the barrels, really.
By all means, just Let us refill one more time, of course. We have a little bit of a walk back to the storage. So the 3 satyrs go over there and they're kind of chuckling and laughing. They never broke out of party mode this entire time. Like, they're not being loud and ostentatious, but they're very smiley, just absorbing themselves in the dryad, and you guys are just talking or whatever, and they can't figure out why, giving you sideways looks. They go and they get some more wine, and Castor waves his hand out towards you. Starts playing a little tune and rocking back and forth and sitting back down on the log as you go to pick up the casks and prepare yourselves.
Alright. Whenever we get back to the inn or something, we'll hash this out, the details.
Okay. Are y'all leaving?
I want to go talk to this dryad. Because that was the rage, and I know there's a nymph. I don't know what the nymph is doing, but I kind of just want to... Who are these people? You know, how did they get hooked up here? Are they just partying because of satyrs? Which is normal. You know, the satyrs throw a party, the nymphs show up. You know, satyrs throw a party, the dryads show up. It's their grove, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's normal. But I want to talk to these two and see just kind of if there's anything about them, how long they've been working for them, what they do out here, how's life, how's the forest, things like that.
Okay. Well, as far as information is concerned, if you want to just extract information rather than actually chatting them up, give me a persuasion check just to kind of cover how much information you can get out of them.
Sure. Persuasion. That is a 17.
Okay.
Nope. I'm sorry. It rolled to a 1. That's a 5. It went 13, and then it went 1. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a 5.
So, kind of, you get the sense of general knowledge information, at least among the Fae in this area, which they're happy to share. The nymph is nothing more than a consort. She visits regularly when she's coming through this part of Thylia, to and from the coast.
Or
from Astoria down the river Arcanum towards Mitros and back and things like that. So she's just there for the lulls. The dryad is almost like a partner. She explains that once the Four Winds organized themselves, they came to lead the tribe of satyrs that had been kind of managing the vineyard for the last few centuries. They showed up with these powerful magical artifacts and said, we can make your job so much easier, just do what we say and it'll be fine. And so they did. And so now they are the de facto leaders of this clan of satyrs that live here in the vineyards of Mitros and the surrounding forest. She makes sure that the plants grow tall and strong and everything else. And there is also a water elemental that is out in the vineyard at this time, staying close, and it makes sure that all of the plants stay watered and hydrated properly. And they are both very much in the service of Castor and the Four Winds.
A water elemental? Holy shit.
There's a lot of chit chat, but that's the
for the most part. That's just the easy. Okay, well, I thank them. Wonderful time. Those glasses. I don't drink it, you know. But if there's nothing else really I can glean from these people, then I think it'd be best to be heading off.
Yeah. They're both more than happy to kind of caress your cheek and kiss you on the other one as you walk away.
Well, it's typical. It's like
very
French,
friendly.
You know,
very friendly. Yes.
They touchy-feely. You know, that's how they say hello. They give you a caress. It's normal.
They go back to partying with the Four Winds.
Yeah, I bet they do. Okay. I rejoin the party and be like, all right, guys, I'm ready if y'all are. There ain't nothing here that we can do.
All right. As we start walking out of the grove back onto the main road, I'm gonna mention to them, like, guys, whenever we get back to the end, maybe take a nap. It might be a bit of a long night.
Okay.
What?
Just trust me on this.
Okay. How do you know that fucker?
Occasionally he and a couple of the other satyrs. I guess they were all from your village. Just educated guess.
I don't know. I left. I left at a certain point. I walked out.
Anyway, he and a couple of the other satyrs that he traveled with came to my village a couple times. My village was always really good about trade. My dad actually ran it, and, well, you saw him. So every so often, whenever he'd come into town, I don't really know exactly what set him off on me. Maybe now that I know about it, maybe he saw a purple aura. But maybe it was something like that. Anyway, he was just always generally a fucking dick to me. I always tried to be friendly with him, just because I didn't really ever have that many visitors in my village all that often, so I wanted to be hospitable. But yeah,
he's just an asshole. Yeah. So he's just
definitely
an asshole. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's normal.
Yeah, one of the nicknames he really liked calling me was Big Titted Tyrannus.
Big what?
All right. So when I was a kid, I was a little chubbier.
Yeah.
Coming into the city, kind of leaned me out. So yeah.
Well, we're fucking killing him. All right. I don't want to hear it. I don't care what anyone agrees to or disagrees with. He dies. He dies.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I want this to be understood. It's gonna happen.
I mean, he was always
He's fucking
a dick,
dead.
so I mean, he was always a dick to me, so I don't mind killing him.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, as long as we're on the same page. And Lycus is just obviously just pissed off, completely upset. So
I'm like,
yeah,
I'm gonna be like, okay, you breathe. We'll sort this out. I turn to Ina, ask her what all happened whenever they were off in the glade, and then she just tells me everything that happened, catches me up to speed.
okay, yeah, and then we head back to Mitros.
Okay. Easy enough. Make your way back into Mitros. Where in particular are you going?
You guys want to stop by the temple, check her out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can at least let Folon know, like, we're back and we'll be at the inn for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Okay.
So as we're walking to the temple, like, I'll ask Lycus if Castor's sister was at the party. Like, if I would have seen her, like, in that group.
Oh no, I assure you, you would have known, because she would be walking back to town with us right now if she was anywhere within my eyesight.
Oh. Well, maybe Castor can set up a reunion.
I mean,
I have no interest of asking him for anything.
like, is you're really
I don't know
not
if
gonna
she'd
like...
want to see me.
Oh, like, is you're really not gonna like this?
Like what? What are you talking about?
I mean, you're already angry enough. You want him dead.
What?
I don't know. Maybe he was lying to me, but he was saying that his entire family is gone.
What do you mean gone?
He was saying that.
I mean, I don't blame her if she fucking left his crazy ass. He tried to storm out of there with her. Yeah, I'm sure she would disappear. He's fucking crazy. He needs to die.
He was saying that his family was all dead.
Like dead to him or dead?
I mean, he only
You
said
mean
dead.
he killed her?
I don't know. He might have. I don't know. All he said was his sister is dead.
Did he show up to your village with his sister or not? Or was he alone?
I'm gonna roll a history on that one because, yeah.
GM.
That's fine. Roll with advantage.
Okay. 16.
You do remember his sister being there. She was kind, which is really remarkable, seeing the two of them who looked so familial but behaved so differently. He was very much alive the last time you saw Castor and those of the people that traveled with him.
Okay. So, I mean, yeah, I remember seeing one of the females there with him. I'm guessing that was his sister, but I mean, she was always fine to me. I mean, she kind of just blended in with the background. No offense.
There's no blending. Yeah, you had no.
Well, I
Dark
mean,
hair, absolutely the most beautiful woman you've ever seen in your life. Long, beautiful.
Okay, now that you mention it, yeah.
A musical voice like an angel. The sirens themselves. The sirens themselves paled in comparison. You wouldn't know her.
Yeah. She sounds
okay, so she was there.
Yeah, she was there. She was there.
So she left his ass. Like she said, "Fuck him. He's crazy," and she sought me. He didn't kill her. He killed her? Or you say he killed her? Did he kill her?
I don't know if he killed her. He was just saying that she was dead. I guess breathe.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's okay. We just got more questions we're gonna need some answers to. No, that's fine. No. Nope. No, he didn't kill her. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Okay.
Let's go. We're fucking going. Let's go. I'm not gonna sit here and entertain this shit. He did not kill her. She's dead to him. Because she left. There's no fucking way he killed his sister. My love. There's no fucking way. No. Let's go. Let's go. We gotta go meet. We gotta go see the five gods. A temple. Fucking Euron. We gotta go now. Let's go.
Lycus, darling. You seem so upset.
I'm guessing this is Grandma.
This is Grandma.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fucking upset because that son of a bitch, Castor, I'm gonna cut his fucking throat. I am going to cut his fucking throat. I'm gonna put a smile on his neck, grandmother.
He deserves it, doesn't he?
Absolutely he does.
Then why are you walking away?
Because if I kill him now, I don't know how many other innocent satyrs I'd have to take out along the way.
We'll call this our break time, okay? So we'll see you guys back in 10 to 15 minutes, okay? All right. And we are back, and the internet seems to be working. So thank you everybody for your patience. I hope you had a great break. Just before the break, our brave party was headed back towards Mitros from the vineyards. They had just met an encounter with Castor and the Four Winds, and they were headed back to Mitros to absorb this and figure out what their next move would be. Along the way, Lycus and Syaanis got talking. Lycus very upset with the whole situation. Syaanis shared what he believed to be some bad news, and then Lycus started hearing his grandmother speak to him through the necklace once more.
So I'm not looking to go back and kill innocent satyrs, all right? He wants us to eliminate the party of Lutheria, the leaders. I need to find out what they have on him. I want to find out. There's something there. Anything I can do to discredit and ruin him will just make me feel a little bit better, Grandma. A little bit better. And not only that, I need to find out what happened to his sister. I need some answers. So yes, he'll fucking die. I will cut his throat. But I need a little bit more first. I'm gonna draw that vengeance out.
I enjoy seeing your strength, son, Lycus. I was worried for a time. Let me know if you need anything.
And like that's it, I just dismiss and just keep walking.
Alright.
Okay, so y'all are coming now into Mitros from the vineyards. Start to be more people around. You're headed around the river, around the temple district, head along the cliff, past the royal gate, in through, dip down to Stygian Row, back up into the noble district. To go to the Titan's Rest Inn to let them know that you are back and figure out your next plan. As you open the door, Elzar's back there furiously scrubbing a very, very clean cup. He nods to you. Welcome back. Always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you.
There's about the same amount of people in here. You notice by this point, the people that come in here don't change very often. Seems to be the same people over and over again. Not necessarily every day, but very, very many familiar faces.
Alright, guys, if we're gonna start playing this, we should probably go in our room, because you might not want unwanted ears on this.
I'll meet you guys up there, and I'll go around the back, ring the little bell, see my little nose.
I forgot about the elevator.
Tina Ion walks to the back door, it closes behind her. You hear a dong, and you hear, oh shit! As you two walk up the stairs into all the way up to the 3rd floor. Folon and Euron are not there. It's likely you would assume that they were still at the temple.
You ever think they get tired of hauling that rope?
Probably.
You'd think they'd have gotten someone bigger by now. Or come up with a better method.
Well, I mean, what are they gonna do? Have some sort of mechanical contraption to lift them up here?
Yeah, that would be silly, wouldn't it?
Like some sort of elevator.
Yeah, like it would elevate you by machine or something.
Would it also have dragon heads that spew hot oil at you?
Hey, you're on the
Preferably
elevator.
not.
We're taking the stairs.
Oh, damn, that's right.
She just hears us like above the.
Yeah, you know, kind of like that dwarven mine thing. That was amazing.
Anyway.
Hey, I wonder if we could patent that. Sell it to everybody in Mitros.
You can enter whenever you want, Anna.
Ding.
Oh, come on in.
All right, full on.
All right.
All right.
Hey, you're on.
Hey!
You're on. You good?
Euron's not here.
You good?
Yeah, Euron and full on have not
Euron's
arrived
not here,
yet.
remember? No,
Okay.
He said Folon because she drew out her hey.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, no,
All right, so I have a bit of a plan.
a bit of a plan? Okay. I'll use your bit of a plan and we'll make multiple bits and we'll have a full plan.
Yeah. All right. So, you know how I got him to sign that thing?
Mm-hmm.
Guys want to go on a bit of a road trip tonight?
What? Where? We just fucking got the.
What do you mean?
No. We're staying in the city. Just, we're going to the city areas.
The what?
We're going to the seedier areas.
Oh, the seedier area. Well, for what? What's your bit? What are you thinking?
All right, so, man, thank God Euron isn't here. But, I used to be part of a crime ring, you could say.
Mine is shocked.
You were accused of being a criminal. I swear, Dimitros is just so biased against satyrs.
I know, right?
Absolutely. So you had some friends that they didn't like. It sounds about right.
Yeah, and we kind of operated in the shadows. If they're still there, like operating where they normally would operate out of, well, we're gonna be able to kill two birds with one stone tonight. I know you're a little bit iffy on this city. I think you're gonna like this place.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So, that thing I got him to sign.
Mm-hmm.
One of my old colleagues used to be able to read documents and be able to, like, basically forge paperwork.
Okay.
What I'm thinking is we get him to read that thing that dickhead signed, have him forge a death threat, and then we leave it at the temple whenever we kill those two.
Okay, like hide the death threat in their belongings so that when they investigate it, they'll find it.
Either that or, while we're leaving, pin it to one of the doors or something. Something where we know they'll see it. But as soon as we start this, if we kill them, we need to head straight back.
100% agree.
Because if dickhead fucking catches on that we implicated him, something bad's probably gonna happen.
Also, I want that heart. ASAP.
Of course.
So.
Of course. So, how you guys feeling about it? Pros, cons, questions, concerns?
Well, I'm all for getting him killed. I just don't want the other satyrs to pay the price. Pay his penalty.
That's fair. But, hear me out on this. What if we have him by name? Because if they know it by name, they shouldn't really go after anyone else, right? Right?
Yep.
I mean, I never was in the courts, but I remember if they have a name, they're going solely for that person. They weren't one to, like, web out and try grabbing everyone that they could associate with that person.
Okay.
They're not some sort of Spanish Inquisition.
Okay. All right, I'm hearing you. Yeah, we could try it.
All right.
It's not a way I would do it, but I don't have a better way, so I will go with your way.
So, these wealthy benefactors that he's talking about, who do you think they are? And do you think that they'd be able to bring harm down on us?
Wealthy benefactors. I'm thinking either A, it's another person that lives somewhere up here in this district. B, it's some other side of the temple that is, I guess, operating under a different notion, or it's one of the other families living out there on the vineyard. But I don't think we'll have a problem with them.
Okay, because we are gonna have to come back here and like use the port and stuff. So I just don't want to get like banned.
Yeah.
The city.
Yeah, let's see what you people can do. I'm also concerned about what that damn harp can do.
Well, if we operate fast enough, we're not even gonna have to worry about the harp.
All right.
This place really only operates at night. So, if you guys want to hang out for a little while or take a nap or something, I'd highly suggest it, because I think once we get the gears rolling on this, it's not going to stop.
Okay.
All right. So, your choice. You can either short rest or long rest. Doesn't really matter. You would have quite a few hours before nightfall. So you could either do other things in the meantime and short rest, or you could long rest. Is there anywhere else you wanted to go? Anybody you want to talk to? Anything else you wanted to check out, etc.? Y'all just let me know how you're going to fill this time lapse here.
Well, I figured since we're getting pretty much prepared for battle, I'm gonna just go ahead and do a long rest to try and prepare the best I can. It would just make sense to me, even though I'm not really that hurt or anything. If I'm preparing for battle, let's do this shit.
Alright. You guys hang out here. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go try and find Full On.
Okay.
He'll probably really enjoy it tonight, too.
All right.
So, run down to the Temple District. Find Full On, Euron.
Okay. So Lycus is long resting. Ina, are you long resting too, or doing something else?
No, I think. Well, if I don't long rest, what's gonna happen if we have a really long night? Okay.
Depends on how long of a night. In theory, you would have to make Constitution saves to avoid exhaustion after 24 hours from your last rest. So if you go into like the point where you're still doing stuff around next morning, maybe you might have to worry about exhaustion, but through the night, nothing.
Okay. So I'll probably just take a short rest and I'll like go downstairs and get some food, write in my journal for a little bit. Maybe go visit the Temple of Thylea again.
Okay. Easy enough. Anything in particular you want to do there, or just visiting to take it all in and...
Yeah, just to pray again, just to kind of see if I can get any more clarification on that drop of water in the oak leaf that she sent me after I told her how doubtful I was.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a religion check, and we'll come back to you. Alright, Syaanis. So, leaving your party members, you make your way across town, back to the Temple District, and standing before you is the Temple of the Five Gods. The beautiful, exquisite art, the jewel-encrusted walls, the beautiful colonnades and dragons, and the statues of the gods themselves. You see over on the right-hand side, Full On, there's a wooden table, and Full On is standing near it. You see Euron on top of it, and a couple of acolytes. You can tell by their garb, they're just general servicers. And they seem to be taking care of her, for lack of a better term. Lightly touching her forehead with a appears to be a damp towel, making sure she has a little bit of a pillow underneath her and things like that. From a distance, that's what you see. As Full-On glances up and looks around, he sees you and he waves at you and nods towards you and goes back to focusing on Euron.
Alright. Hey, she doing alright?
Well, she stopped trying to do whatever she was doing. She seems to just be kind of sleeping now. I don't know what came over her, but either way, she seems to have calmed down a bit. The kind people here said that after a little longer, I could probably take her back to the inn and let her rest. Kind of anxious against leaving her, though. Scared me something fierce.
She'll be fine. I've seen her go through worse.
Well, something about that doesn't quite make me feel much better, but I appreciate the gesture.
Trust me, man. This is fine. Like, hell, only like a week and a half ago, Ina was out for like a week. We all thought she was like dead or something, but here she is. So I think Euron will be fine. Hey, bud, so you seem like you could use a bit of a spirit lift. Me and the guys are gonna take a bit of a trip downtown tonight. I feel like you would really enjoy this place.
Oh yeah? What makes you think that?
Well, remember what we first did when we met each other?
I remember some talking. And I remember Ina kicking my ass. And then I remember us walking a long time.
Well, I know you're a fan of a fight.
Well, hell yeah, who isn't a fan of a fight?
Oh, who indeed. But yeah, just tonight, prepare your knuckles.
All right. I'll get all fixed up after I get Euron back to the room and make sure she's in cozy.
Gotcha. It's gonna be a fun night, man. We need this.
Yeah, fun sounds fun. Kind of goes back to taking care of Euron and talking to one of the acolytes off to your right, and softly whispering amongst themselves, just kind of her condition and things of that nature. Give me a perception check, Syaanis.
That's a 17.
Very, very perceptive, Syaanis. So, as you turn to walk away from Folon and go back towards the entrance to the Temple of the Five, your eyes glaze across the room, taking in everybody and everything, and you notice something different near the statue of Kira. Near her base, there are 4 pedestals, and on these 4 pedestals are glass boxes, as though they are meant to enclose something like a jewel or something valuable. They each have a placard that you can't read from this distance, but these 4 glass boxes are empty.
I'm gonna walk up and examine the little plaques.
Okay.
Are these offering boxes? What is this?
You see each plaque a name. The first one on the front left says Euros Lyre, instrument of the goddess of music. Walk around the statue to the right hand side. Zephyr Lute, instrument of the goddess of music. The third one, Boreal Harp, instrument of the goddess of music. And the last one, Notos Cathara, instrument of the goddess of music. These containers are empty. They have a glass frame around them that is intact, and a small pediment on the inside that looks like something would sit, but it's just a blank marble column.
Interesting.
So it looks like this is where the instruments would be held for, just for to be viewed or shown. Like it looks like it would be sitting here in the glass container.
That's a reasonable assumption, yes.
Were any of those instruments the one that guy was trying to tell me if I killed the dragon, he'd give me? The one who was just like, oh, you can be my patron? I remember he offered me a musical or a magical instrument.
I'd have to go back and double check my notes. I do not believe so.
Probably not then if you didn't put it as that.
I don't believe so.
I just couldn't remember. Okay. That's fine.
No, I'm obviously considering that like out of character because you are long resting back at the end and Syaanis is here by himself. Just clarifying that.
Oh, I keep forgetting that.
It's fine. I'll clue him in on all this whenever I actually get back.
Those are DM questions anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Interesting. Alright, Folon. I'll meet you back up at the end.
Alright, Syaanis. Thank you for coming to check on her. If she wakes up before now and then, I'll let her know you were here. You start heading back towards the Titan's Rest Inn. Anything along the way, Syaanis, or are you beelining there?
I'm just gonna beeline up there.
Okay. So you come back, you see Lycus passed out, not so fitfully sleeping. He seems to be kind of starting and jerking a bit as though he's restless. You go ahead and enter the room. A brief while later, Aina comes back in and you're on your own scene.
Alright. Well, good news. Euron's... Well, she's better.
That's good news.
Yeah, she seems to have calmed down, so she should be right as rain pretty soon. Alright, so just precaution about tonight, guys. Just be careful about your coin.
That's why you hold mine.
Yeah, I was like, that's why you're holding like all of their coin.
Yeah. Because like, as I don't know if you ever went down to Stygian Row all that often, outside of probably Science Race yelling you. But yeah, it gets a little hairy down there, so just be wary. Told Folon about where we're going. He seems super excited for it. I'll let you guys have your fun while I am getting our paperwork in order.
Okay. Sounds good.
Ugh. Still feels weird coming back to this.
That's fine. It's going to get weirder. Get your ass going. Let's get the shit on the road. Oh, wait, not.
Were you ever planning on returning back here? If not for, like, all the mess we got thrown into.
I mean, eventually, but It's just weird that I'm sort of going back into my old ways.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'd tell you, but I don't want to have to, like, retell all of it to Euron, too. So, maybe tomorrow.
Okay. So I guess then I'll go ahead and take a short nap while I wait for darkness to fall.
All right, so a little bit of time passes. You hear a dong. Oh shit! And slowly the winch rising up on the outside, and then you hear a dum, dum. The door swings open pretty quietly compared to the heavy footsteps, and Full-On walks in the room carrying Euron, lays her down gingerly on the bed, and kind of brushes a couple of the snakes aside. They were squirming towards her face, and pushes them out to the side and covers her up. And he goes and sits down and engages in a little bit of conversation with you all, just kind of catching you up on everything that's happened. And he decides to also take a brief rest, waiting for darkness, since Syaanis offered him this amazing time. Passing the time, night falls. Lycus wakes up, Full-On Ina. You wake up. Syaanis, I don't know if you went to sleep or not, but you are there as well. The sun has set over the western horizon. The sounds of the birds outside, although hard to hear over the city below, this bird calls themselves have changed to a more softer, more dove-type tone here in the city. The torches around the city are starting to flare up, the orange reflecting off the marble buildings all around you, giving the entire city this strange torch-like appearance here in the shadow of Mount Vulcan. The moon stretching out far as you can see over the horizon across the Cerulean Sea. People walking through the streets carrying mead, calling out to each other. The city seems to be in a bit of a buoyant mood, since it has been so long since they've been able to engage more regularly after the hurricane and cleaning up all the debris and getting everything back to normal. And this is the scene that you find yourselves in as you go downstairs into the Titan's Rest Inn, the tavern area. There are even more people there than normal. Still familiar faces, but there are more of them here. And then as you make your way outside the noble district, you see lords and ladies and everything in between kind of intermingling. The strict social rules of Mitros kind of relaxed for the evening. Syaanis.
As we're going out into the street, before we leave the Titan's Rest, I go up to a bar and I'm asking, I'm just gonna comment to the guy like, hey, I mean, I don't own this building, but I think it might be a little easier on your helpers if you installed like some sort of like ramp to the upper floors for, you know.
Well, yes, but then we'd have to hire them anyway in order to fix it.
Yeah, sure. All right.
Is there anything else, Lord Syaanis?
I'm good.
Very well.
Thanks.
Enjoy your evening. And Belzar goes and scurries off to the other tables.
Damn, this little boy's a little uppity, huh?
He always is. All right. So, whenever we get there, I'm gonna knock on the door, and then we should be able to get in. If it's anything like I remember it, they had like a password that I'd have to use to get in. But anyone that's with me, they'll let in too. Like they know me.
I was
Did you
wondering.
know the
'cause I
password?
Yeah, I know the password. They didn't really ever change it all that often.
Cool.
On our way down, you guys want to grab something to eat?
Absolutely. I am
Yeah.
starving. Let's do this.
Hey, what was that? What was that pheasant thing you were talking about?
Albatross, we got a big day.
All right. All right. So, then I just laid him down.
Yeah, there's many food and wine stalls along the way on either side. You can pick things up for a pittance, a few coin. Many people recognize you, so they are more than happy to have you be eating and drinking their wares, and then of course be carrying around things with their logos on them. You make your way down out of the noble district, through the gate, into Stygian Row. The crowd thickens and rapidly grows quite odorous as the dirty, dingy clothes of those who live here in Stygian Row start to surround and overwhelm you. The streets themselves are absolutely packed, shoulder to shoulder. Every race in Thylia represented well. Even the highest nobles have come down to mingle with those in Stygian Row because they know where to go for cheap drinks and tawdry entertainment. You see Stygians and half-orcs in numbers you haven't seen anywhere else in all of Thylia. The dwarves are drinking with humans, and elves are drinking with the very rare Minotaur walking around proudly. Syaanis leads you down to Stygian Row and then turns left and heads back north towards the Temple District. Here, around the corner from the Minotaur Market, Syaanis, is where you find the place you wish to arrive. You see the building in front of you, tall, slightly ramshackle, a swinging sign on the front depicting some type of back corner bar. Jutting down a dark alleyway, you see some shady figures on either side talking gruffly and smoking some type of flowery substance. Continuing on down and turning left, the sound from the street almost entirely muffled back here. There's a dull, rusted, metallic door with an eye slot on it. You know here is where you would enter if you knock appropriately and supply the right password. I'm gonna assume that was right because I couldn't actually hear it.
Yeah. It was me knocking on my desk.
So Syaanis looks around left and right, knocks in a strange repetitive pattern, and you hear the metal eye slot opens up. You see a pair of slightly goldish eyes peering through into the darkness at Syaanis. Alright then, what's the password?
It's me.
I'm sorry, what? I couldn't hear you.
Password was fist me.
Bloody hell. That's the old password. What's the new password?
Jesus Christ.
Please don't fist me.
Who's that?
Not you.
Alright, you said the right password, but if you don't want to come in...
Alright, let's go.
Shave and a haircut.
Alright.
So what are we doing?
He said let's
door.
go. I'm not sure what he was saying.
No, I was saying let's go in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
So with a metallic clunk, the metal door swings open. You hear from the inside this torrent of sound and the smell of sweat and blood overtake you as the humid, warm atmosphere of this underground room sets in. You see a dark gray-skinned half-orc there with a semblance of fine clothing on, although it's ill-fitting and kind of too short for the upper and lower halves. He pulls the door open and then bows with a flourish. Welcome to the Raging Bull Pit, me masters. And waving for you to come on in.
All right.
Alright. So...
Hold on a second. Oh.
Yeah, welcome to Stygian Row, my dude.
No. I needed to throw up in my mouth a little bit so I wouldn't smell anything. Holy shit. Oh. Okay, I'm good. Go. Okay, let's go.
As you enter the room, the metallic door slams shut behind you, and you hear a as a metal lever slams into place. A dark, shadowy figure walks out in front of you. Hard to see, but he approaches Syaanis. Well, what have we here?
Been a while.
Yes, it has. I didn't think I'd ever see you around here again. You recognize the voice. You recognize the voice of an individual known as Jebba. He is one of the... I don't want to use the term bouncers, because it's not quite that simple. He kind of keeps the order here in the Raging Bull Pit.
Enforcers?
Among other tasks, you could say. So, my friend, what's kept you away so long?
One thing or the other, but I'm back now, so that's all that matters. We were having a bit of a look around the town. I figured my friends here would really, really enjoy this place. So, here we are.
You know, there's people that have been asking around about you.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
You know, they've offered a reward.
How much is it worth?
Last I checked, 1,200 gold.
No.
That's 4 meals at Titan's Folly.
Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna eat like a king for a day.
Syaanis, can we trust this dude not to turn you in?
Yeah. He knows.
Indeed he does. Indeed he does. Enjoy the show, and try not to get hurt. And he melds back into the shadows. As you walk down the dark corridor, the sounds grow louder and louder. You're hearing shouts of various dialects and tones, fists flying, glasses breaking, music playing loudly in the background as you walk into a large square room. In the middle is this dirty, thick mud boxed in fighting arena, and on all sides there are patrons hooping and hollering, throwing silver and copper and even gold in some places, betting on the different contestants in this battle. In the middle here you see a half-orc with mostly missing teeth, a big black eye, his arms kind of limp at his side, and he has a headlock around this very lithe, small but very athletic looking elf. Going toe-to-toe back and forth, the elf slips out of his grasp, gets between his legs, kick up right in the groin. The half-orc doubles over in pain. The elf comes around with an uppercut, slams into his chin, knocks the half-orc back. He falls against the wooden banister, reaches back forward, grabs the elf by the shoulders, picks him up and slams him on the ground, spraying muck and blood all over the place. He stomps down toward him. The elf rolls out of the way, and as he pops up, his heel connects with the side of the half-orc's head, sends him spinning. His eyes catch yours for a moment as he holds onto consciousness for one last second, and slams in the mud below, splattering all the patrons in front of it. Hoops and hollers from half of the bar go up. The other half are cursing and throwing mugs and start hitting each other. And after 4 or 5 minutes, the scene starts to calm down, and you feel like maybe now it is calm enough to enter into this scrum from the Raging Bull Pit.
So, Legus, I think you might be more interested on my side of this, but I used to come here and gamble quite a lot.
You used to fight? Were you in there?
I wasn't
Were
a fighter.
You kicking people's asses?
I wasn't a fighter, but I did make money on them.
Oh, come on. You can tell me. You weren't in there. Woman, you were. Yeah!
I wasn't in there. You know how hard I can hit. Feels like a fucking fly landing on you.
Okay, true, but it sounds good. You should probably go with that.
Yeah. All right. But and then I turn towards Ina and Volon, and I'm like, I think you guys would really enjoy this.
Oh, hell yeah, I really enjoy this. How the hell do I get in there?
Just go talk to that guy over in the corner, and he'll.
Don't tell him how to do it. He's really gonna do it.
Of course he's gonna do it.
I want to do it. Locus, you want to go fight? Come on. We can be a tag team. What do you say?
No.
I can pick you up by your horns and swing you around.
No.
Come on.
Fall on. No offense, but I kind of need him on this one.
Gosh darn it. All right. I'm gonna go get bloody. I'll see y'all in a minute. He starts shoving his way through the crowd over to the individual you pointed. Kind of a dark cloak on this very rotund looking human. A thick scraggly beard that kind of goes down and merges into chest hair, sweating profusely from his half-bald head and drinking out of a giant tankard. You see him over there talking and they're going back and forth. Meanwhile, you're all getting jostled and pushed around as you're trying to talk and communicate in this loud, noisy, rambunctious atmosphere.
There used to be a guy here that I would frequent if I needed to get information or notes or anything like that. So, come on. I start looking through the crowd. I find the one door like over on the side of the building. Peek my head in, and lo and behold, there's my old contact.
Okay. So you see Syaanis kind of meld through the crowd and disappear behind a door. What are you two doing? Did you go with Syaanis or no? I'm sorry. Sorry, Julie.
I would assume so. That's where we were going together.
Before they walk away from me, I'm gonna ask them, are we going to attempt to complete our mission today? Or no?
We'll be able to at least finish part of it today.
I'm just trying to figure out if I'm gonna go fight or not. Because if we are, I'm gonna want all my strength for our mission. But if we're not doing it tonight, I will go fight.
No, you can go fight. Usually he takes a while to make sure his work is all good.
You can't take a centaur anywhere.
What are you talking about?
You and Folon. Fine. I got 100 gold on you. Don't let me down.
Yeah. I will go to the corner with that man with the cloak and Folon. Register.
Okay. You got it. So we'll jump back to Syaanis and Lycus and we'll handle some fisticuffs.
Hell yeah, fisticuffs.
So you two make your way over. The door closes behind you and you enter a hallway with rooms branching on either side. You go down 2 or 3 rooms and then there's a curtain in the doorway. You see Syaanis slowly move this dark purple curtain out of the way and a small bit of candlelight reflecting from within. Behind a simple wooden desk with a row of cabinets behind him, you see a gray-haired Stygian with dark red eyes, light blue skin, lips that are slightly ashen gray. His clothes are a combination of leather and relatively fine fabric underneath. Writing something down on a parchment, glances up, seems to take notice of Syaanis and you. Yes, can I help you?
What's up, you old salt?
Oh, Syaanis. I am well, and you, friend?
I'm alright. I'm back in town.
I can see that. Thank you for confirming it. Oh, my time is precious, although I do enjoy your company. What is it that I can assist you with?
I need a forgery.
You need documentation, it is. Very well. I am just finishing this. Please take a seat and I'll be with you momentarily.
Gotcha.
Your friend, feel free to join you as well. Just don't touch anything if you not mind.
Sure. Does he have any refreshments in here?
You see a simple decanter, a wooden decanter. It appears to be filled with water, and some glass cups next to it. They're both empty.
Oh. I partake.
Okay. Pour yourself some water. Very unremarkable water. Room temperature. Oh. It takes a few minutes. Finishes writing. Carefully rolls it up, ties it off with a black ribbon. He takes a little bit of wax and punches a unfamiliar seal on it. Reaches down below his desk, slides it in a drawer. Puts his inkwell pen. Kind of situates it a little bit, turning it, moving it a little bit off to the right. So, documentation, you said. Well, what kind of documentation are we talking about this time, Syaanis?
Alright, so I need to implicate someone.
Okay,
So,
that's vague.
I got a sample of his handwriting. I need a death threat in this handwriting.
Should be fairly straightforward. Who is this death threat to be to?
Alright. Well, I guess if you have anything to add on to this one, feel free. To the heads of the Temple of Lutheria. I know you're shorting us. I know you're shorting on your end of our deal. Continue to do so, and there will be consequences. Signed, Castor.
All right. You see he's gingerly writing down some notes about exactly what you want to say. Is that the entirety of it?
That'll be it.
Well, as you well know, Syaanis, the cost for such things has to do with the individuals associated and the potential risk they pose. And so to implicate these two, or at least to target these two, the price would be... Oh, we're old friends. We'll say 250 gold.
I guess I know it sounds like a lot, but we can make up that money very easily tonight.
Does
Here.
it? I found that in the cushions of my chair.
I mean, what's 250 to another person? Anyway, go into my coin purse, hand over the 250.
He takes it, opens another drawer, slides it in there. Alright, I will study this text, and I should be able to have this for you by the morning.
If you could send it to the Titan's Rest by carrier, just like one of your birds or something. Just
There will
we're
be-
needing to keep this discreet.
Understood. It's a very fair of you to request. I hope you remember that for us to deliver it and incur the additional risk, it's a 10% fee on top of the price.
That's fine.
Well, that would be another 25 gold, and I will have it delivered first thing in the morning.
Thank you. I hope you're well. And you never saw me,
Have I ever?
of course.
Enjoy your evening, Syaanis and friend. He kind of looks up, expecting you to leave him to his business.
Can't they just kill him?
I mean, they could, but we don't have that kind of money on us right now.
Oh, okay.
So, as you make your way back out the curtain down the hallway and through the wooden door you came in, the sound of the room hits you once again square in the face, except now you see Polon in the middle of a ring, facing down this enormous looking human, but he appears to be almost mixed with trolls somewhere in his ancestry. His muscles are kind of misshapen and overly large. He can't really stretch his body around and twist as he needs to. His hair is shaved on one side and the other side is halfway down and braided, and he has tattoos going from his eyebrows down his face all the way down toward his pelvic area. He's wearing long leather breeches but no shoes, and he has these strange bracers on his arms. They're going blow for blow in the middle of the ring. First round goes to Solon. A right cross knocks the human troll individual on his ass. He comes back around, he knees full on the stomach, bends him over and buries his elbow into his upper shoulder blade, pushes him to the side and kicks him again in the rib cage. You see full on kind of stutter and slide in the mud a little bit before turning and grinning and wiping blood off his face and charging back forward. As he does, he lowers his head and hits him square in the jaw with a headbutt. He picks him up off his feet and slams the human troll individual on the ground, and you see him come down and bury his fist into the dude's temple. He seems dazed for a moment, both Folon and the individual. As Folon regains his composure, he looks around and looks back down, blood trickling down from a cut above his eyebrow, and you see a big grin on his face. For several long seconds, you don't see the individual on the ground get up, but when he finally does, he's being helped up by Folon with mud all down his back, and they reach over and pat each other on the back, blood and mud all over their body, grinning like two Cheshire cats, and they slowly limp their way out of the ring itself. I think I got another one in me. I just need another ale. I now think it's your turn. He climbs out and grabs a tankard from some small individual betting who doesn't know what to do with this giant centaur taking it from him, and kind of scurries back out of his way as he starts slamming it on the side of the ring. No.
I walk like this over to the guy that takes like I'm basically walking him over to the bookie.
Hell yeah, like, that's my man right there.
Like, hey, so I know it's been a while, but I want, let's say, 100 gold on the centaur that just walked into the ring.
All right, 100 gold. That's 5% fee for placing your wager, so that'd be 105 gold, 5 for the house. All right. She already has 150 on her. She walked up with 100 herself, and then 50 in silver and copper and from the rabble around here. But the other guy's got 400, so I hope you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what this one's gonna do.
All right, well, good luck.
And he turns and starts talking to other patients, trying to get last minute bets in. The wooden barrister, the gate, they remove the metal latch and swing it inward for you to enter Ina, and likewise a wooden latched gate, a latched gate opens on the other side, and you see a tall figure walking in from the back, the crowd kind of parting in front of him. Heavy footsteps. As he clears beneath the low-hanging lanterns, you see two very large, long black horns come out of a bull-faced, heavily muscled Minotaur. He walks into the ring, stamps down the wooden gate behind him. Shh.
Fuck him up, Ina.
He looks around, bringing his arms up, enticing the crowd to cheer, and you hear, "Bull buck, bull buck, bull buck, bull buck."
Oh, damn. Okay. All right.
Shit.
You hear this amazing fiddle just... No, let's see. Yeah, we're gonna hear a fiddle. Just go fucking crazy. Out from the crowd. You just hear me on. I'm cheering for you.
I will approach the Minotaur.
So, I'm fighting you tonight, am I?
Looks that way.
Well, you look pretty strong. I hope you take it easy on me.
You shouldn't be in here if you need someone to take it easy on you.
Oh, you're a smart one. I like that. You ready to dance?
Always.
All right.
So, you see him back up. He charges towards you, head off to the side, shoulder coming in directly at you. We're gonna do this in a series of skill checks. Skill contests.
Okay.
Let me 1 second. I lost my place here, and I am 1, 2, 3. Yeah, almost there. There. Okay. So the first one is going to be an athletics check. And I rolled a 1.
Then I automatically, when I have a +6 athletics, and I rolled a 7, so 13.
All right. So he charges in. You kind of hop out of the side and slam sideways with your body. He stumbles, curls around in the mud, and pops back up. You're quick too. And he waves you forward at him. Now we're going to do a dexterity save. I rolled a 22.
Dexterity save?
Yes.
17.
17. All right, so you both come in, fists flying, trying to get the upper hand, a series of blows that the crowd is barely able to keep up with, left, right, left, and finally one, wham, slams into your ribcage, wham, slams into your other ribcage, boom, hits you in the forehead with his giant bony skull. It kind of rocks you. You see stars for a moment stagger backward. You're like, are you all right? I hit you too hard, did I?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good.
Right.
Thought I saw a different Minotaur in front of me for a second.
All right, let's go. All right, next one's going to be a Constitution check. I rolled a 1 again, motherfucker.
14.
Okay,
Gets
so
himself in the ring.
a 5 overall. So now you come at each other, both grasping and trying to grab hold and gain the upper advantage, get leverage on the other one. These two very large individuals practically filling this entire square ring, jockeying for position. You shift left, he shifts right. You go up, he slams back down, and finally you're able to maneuver out of the way and swing his arm around, get him from behind, and lock him in a chokehold.
And I whisper in his ear, Paltor says hello.
What? What? You clamp down harder on him, and you just go, an athletics check. Fucking 2, Jesus Christ. So it's 7.
17.
Man, this guy's super formidable.
Oh, and the DM rolls like shit, he isn't. How do you know, pal? How do you know? He passes out on the ground, his horns burying in the thick muck, his face halfway submerged, and you see this little mud bubble coming out of his nose as he's struggling to breathe. Walk back, and all of a sudden you hear, ah! Ooh! Both sides chanting and screaming at each other as the bets start getting thrown out. More bar fighting, more mead cups, more glasses getting smashed all over the place. And you see this portly human, elder human male come in. He has a thick gray and black beard. It's kind of one of those tonsure type haircuts, except it goes down in the back, almost like a mullet. And he has a monocle in his eye. His clothes is like he's wearing ceremonial armor, being overly flashy. And you see him walk in there, look at the Minotaur, who you know to be Bulbug. He kind of feels his face a little bit. Get up, you sack of shit! And spits on him and walks out. And you see 2 more heavily bound humans come in, grab his arms, and drag him through the muck, out of the ring, through the crowd, and they disappear in the back on the other side of the room.
Can I follow them?
You're welcome to try. Let's see, it's going to be, you're trying to get through a crowd, so give me a perception check, see if you can see him moving around all of this. Shouldn't be too hard.
19.
19, okay. So, focusing predominantly on the way the crowd is kind of parting and coming back in around him, you can follow them fairly easily. They go in towards the back, near the door that Syaanis and Lycus went in, except they turn left along the back wall and turn right down another hallway. And it appears to be it's kind of not a hidden room, but it's one that seems to be kind of ignored. There's like a gap around it where people don't walk by it. They drag him through there, kind of jostling to get him through there, and you see the door slam shut behind him.
Okay, I knock on the door.
Knock on the door. After a few seconds, it cracks open. You see one of the individuals that dragged him out. This isn't where you get paid, dummy. Over there.
I'm not here to get paid. I'm here to tell my opponent that was a good scrimmage.
I'll tell Maximus for you. Now book off.
Why can't I'd rather tell him myself, actually, if you don't mind, and I'll kind of like push the door a little bit.
Well, what if we do mind? You don't get to talk to him unless Maximus says so.
Well,
Those the
ask
rules.
Maximus.
Bugger. He kind of pulls the door shut a little bit, and you kind of keep your knee in the way. Just stay there. He turns around and goes back. You hear some hard to discern shouting in the back, and then he comes up. He's coming, all right? Just calm down. And he goes back
Thank
in
you.
the rear. And you see
Was
this
that
other.
so hard?
He goes back to what he was doing in the dark hallway, and then after a few seconds, you see the same portly ceremonial armored figure walk up. All right, out with it. What is it you want to say?
I just want to give my respects to my opponent. That's all. That's how I was raised.
And you just have. And thank you. I appreciate
You
your
weren't my
respect.
opponent, though. But we could go back and fight. I'd be down with that.
But I'll let you talk to him all you want. He can't be out past a certain time. You know how this works. Let me get him back before he gets in a shitload of trouble, and I get in a shitload of trouble. You can come see him tomorrow at the market. Talk to him all
30
you want.
seconds. 30 seconds right now. That's all I need, please.
Roll a persuasion check.
14.
All right, I'll let you talk to him. But you have to come to the market tomorrow, and you have to vouch for how strong and brave and powerful and all that good shit he is since he gave you a run for your money, okay?
Okay. Okay.
All right. All right. Come on. And he turns and you follow him down the dark hallway, and you see Bulbug has been loaded up into what appears to be some type of a wagon. And on the backhand side of it, you see this large wooden barred cage with the door shut, the slats in it. And you see Bulbug sitting in there, kind of holding his head a little bit. The two individuals that dragged him in, one of them's up by the front of the cart, mounted up so you get the horses to start walking. The portly fellow is going to the other side, and the last one is standing there by the rear of the cage, kind of arms folded, tapping his foot, just kind of waiting on you.
Okay. I approach the cage, very offended. He's in a cage, but I approach the cage and be like, "Hey,
Yeah. Yeah.
good match."
And you got quite a hook on you. Pretty good.
Thanks. I meant what I said about your brother.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
He's free, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
Why would you be afraid of that?
Because when he's fulfilling his oath of service, he's not in any danger. Out there, there's no telling what kind of that trouble that hothead will get into. I mean, I don't like this shit any better than anybody else. It's my brother. I want him to be safe. That's all.
That I can understand. I guess I'll see you at the market tomorrow. They
Oh,
asked
yeah?
me to come vouch for how strong you are. Why would they need me to do that?
I assume if someone of your stature, and if I'm not mistaken, your reputation, vouching for my qualities, I'll fetch a higher price.
Oh, you're for sale?
We're all for sale. All the ones that are bound to Maximus with the oath of service anyway.
Damn.
All right, it's been 30 seconds. Can you go now?
All right, I'll go. I'll see you tomorrow.
Look forward to it. As the cart goes down the heavily paved street.
Fucking hate this city. I'll make my way back See if I can't find my 2 little satyr friends.
You got it.
Partying up in Winter City. Drinking that fine champagne.
So you see now in the ring, a halfling and a gnome are kind of going at it with each other, jumping on top of each other, pulling hair and gouging their eyes out and everything. A third one comes flying in from the top of the wooden banister, crumpling both of them. Mud's flying all over the place, and everybody's getting really, really into the fight. You all get paid out your gold. Ina, you get double back, so it was 150. Well, no, so it was 100 from Lycus, and then what was it from you, Syaanis?
It was another 100.
100. So you both get 200 in return. So you both get 200. So that's 400 gold back to you.
Okay.
Full on comes up. Well, I could do this all night, but I mean, I don't want to be the only one partying here. Can't believe you two guys are getting there. Look how small they are. They're doing just fine. You know what? Why don't you two fight? How's about that?
Nah, I got paid to see that.
I got 30 gold on Lycus and 20 gold on Syaanis.
Now, where the hell did you get gold?
I just want to fight.
He did just want to fight.
You did just want to fight.
You'd have gold too if you just want to fight. So get your little butt in there.
Oh, fight? I didn't bring my fighting clothes.
You can just take them off.
I've got my finery clothes, my traveling
take 'em
clothes, my partying clothes, my dinner clothes, my breakfast clothes. I've got my sleeping clothes, and I've got my bathing clothes. I do not have my fighting clothes.
All right, Syaanis, why don't you get in there and fight?
Yeah. Sure. I mean, it's been forever since I've been here. Might as well.
Wait, you're really going in there?
I mean, yeah, why not?
Oh,
Look how nasty it is in there.
Yeah, well, I'm also not a prissy boy.
Alright,
Shots
bitch, I'm
fired.
next.
Next or with me?
I'm not fighting you.
Okay.
I don't want to embarrass my teammate.
Okay.
So, you see Syaanis go over and talk to the bookie, and going back and forth for a minute, and you see someone else walk up behind, very close to Syaanis. Syaanis, as you're exchanging some words with the bookie, trying to get his attention from all the people around you, you feel a thick, heavy hand on your shoulder. Hey, mate. About time you get out of here. The lady knows you're here.
No, fuck. Well, I appreciate that.
Don't appreciate it too much. I told her. And then he turns and walks off.
Hey guys, we should go.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I just got a bad feeling.
All right, let's head on out. I've got to go to the market tomorrow morning anyway, so.
Okay.
What the hell? I thought we were going to scrap. I thought I was going to show you people how this shit's done.
Well, I mean, we can, but not here.
Okay.
Let's get out on the street, Lycus. You can show me how it's done.
You've already had a wonderful fight today. I don't like to fight my friends.
So we're friends.
Of course we're friends. Why would you ever think we're not friends? Oh, because we're family. That makes sense.
I mean, you could just practice your chokehold whenever you get back to Dickhead.
Oh, I don't choke. What's a choke? What choke? Oh, no.
Well, if you have questions for him.
I don't follow.
Are we out of the building yet?
I was about to do that. I was just waiting for them.
Oh, okay.
Make your way out into the dark alley. The metal door slams shut behind you. Start walking back amongst the streets of Stygian Row. As you exit the dark alley, you see all the normal rowdy crowd in front of you and start navigating your way tightly through them, full on kind of pushing his elbows out to clear the way for the majority of you. And then after about 200-300 feet, he stops. And him stopping abruptly is what catches your attention. Kinda, you have to stop short, and then Lycus and Syaanis, you have to stop short. And you look around and you see that the crowd itself is kind of more spread out here. And there's a large crowd up ahead. And they're off on one side of the street, crowd around something. You see from up ahead, the main street down Stygian Row, two of the Centurions are coming out of the darkness running, swords drawn, shields out, and they start charging towards this crowd. They don't appear to be aggressive, but excited, shocked, like they need to get somewhere in a hurry. I don't know what's going on, but it ain't right.
No, I agree.
Yeah, what the hell's happening here?
As we start walking closer, I like try peering in, trying to like see what everyone's kind of gathering about.
Okay. So are you gonna kind of hang out there, or is this like a drive-by peep?
Drive-by peep.
Okay. So everybody, you can kind of glance doing the rubberneck thing as you walk by. Give me a perception check.
22.
11.
17.
17. Okay. Walking by, trying to glance through all these heads and all the drunkard braggadocious elbow each other, you see the two Centurions rush up and start shoving their way through the outside of the crowd. On the inside, there's 2 or 3 more. Their shields up, and they're kind of holding back the crowd. Give us space! Give us space! Ah, get out of the way, we're trying to see! Peering through their head, you see what appears to be a 6-foot-tall stone statue. He's holding up a drink in one hand, and his other hand is out there in front of his chest like this. Hard to tell in the darkness, but the statue bears a very strong resemblance to one of the regulars that you've seen frequenting the Titan's Rest Inn. And you glance and you kind of realize this as you start to pass by the majority of the crowd.
Hey, you don't think that kind of looked like I looked when I became the perfect sculpted statue that I became?
A little bit.
Are you saying someone just got petrified in the middle of the street?
Yeah.
Well, they're freaking out. It's, I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
can we get closer to? Can we get closer to the statue?
You're welcome to try. You need to kind of force your way through. So if you want to, give me an athletics check.
I'm gonna try and make way, like get out of the way. Athletics check.
I can put one of them on my shoulders too.
Oh, I have that's a 3.
You can't make any headway pushing through, but you have other skills that you're welcome to try and use.
I have acrobatics. I can walk on everyone's head.
You could. I was also thinking more of a bard. You could try to persuade your way through, but whatever. You do you, buddy.
I could do that. Well, I figured I'd slink and whine and weave. But sure. That's a nat 20, so that's a 26.
Okay.
To acrobatics through everybody.
Brute force seems to be more Ina's forte. So you're like, fuck this. You kind of squirrel between the legs and dart left and right and like scurry like a mouse, and you pop up in front looking around, kind of knock somebody's ale off to the side. You hear it clank on the ground. You look around, you're right in front of one of the Centurions. He kind of peers down at you. And seeing that you're not really a threat, get back! You drunk bastards! Get back!
So I pop up. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say a closer look confirms what you suspected. This is an extremely fucking lifelike statue that you don't really recall seeing on your way down here, although there was a lot going on in the street.
True.
But judging by the general din of the crowd, this does not appear to be a normal thing. So it seems like somebody may have gotten petrified.
I stand up behind the Centurion with a drunkard's mug, partially full. I sip it slightly, spit to the side, because it's probably piss wine beer.
Tastes horrible.
And,
Skunky.
Huh. Just as I suspected. Petrification.
You shut your fucking mouth! The Centurion slams his shield into you.
What the fuck are you doing that for? What did I do to you? I'm trying to figure out what happened to this guy.
And I'm trying to fucking calm them down. Now knock it the fuck off, or I'll throw you the fuck out of here. You hear the crowd. Now that you're in the middle of them, they're not just jeering at the guards. Some of them are shouting with elation. Ah, it's good for him! Fuck that son of a bitch! Yeah, he got what was coming to him! And some of them like, you could be next, shut your fucking yap, and get some fucking privacy over here! And people start pushing and shoving and fighting. It's starting to get pretty rowdy.
We should get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I get the fuck out of Dodge.
Just for fun, I want another acrobatics check to get the fuck out of there. Because you're in the middle of this crowd now.
So in this moment, I kind of see, like, Ina, Princess Briding it, like, everybody move! You know, and, like, just massive fucking giant barbarian centaurs, like, walking through, parting the Red Sea.
If she wants to.
Yeah.
You saw Lycus disappear into there, and he's just kind of in there.
No, you see Lycus climbing on the statue.
If you're going to try and make it past the guard, then you're really going to have to give me a roll.
I thought I was past the guard. Okay,
No.
never mind. I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I did. Okay. Is it? Okay, so I'm right in front of him. Okay. Yeah, then no, I'm gonna... There's no way I can signal her, so I have to try and slink my way back.
Okay.
Alright, another acrobat. That's a 15, plus it's 21.
Okay, yeah, easy enough. You can easily basically pick up people's legs and move them how drunk they are. Dodging, ducking, and weaving. Although you are getting things spilled on you and getting a little bit too close to the comfort for the ground, so you're fine for or dragging, you are making it through. Stinkier, but unscathed.
Not my good clothes, not my good clothes, not my good clothes, not my good clothes. Yeah. I make my way back to them and I go, oh yeah, that motherfucker's petrified.
What the hell?
We got a Medusa out here.
Oh, fuck.
I want to ask some of the people in the crowd, like, I'm just gonna ask, like, has this happened before? What is this?
Easy enough. They're pretty loose lips here. You grab someone in the back. He seems to be a sailor, a very dark-skinned elf. As he talks, his mouth, he's kind of spitting, and it smells strongly of fermented wine. Oh, shit, it happens pretty regularly. It's a lady of coins that does this shit. It always gets the rich ones, though. It doesn't make any sense if she's just trying to kill people. When I kill the easy-to-kill ones, I'll always get the rich ones. I don't fucking get it. Hey.
Who's this lady of coins? I'm new here.
Somebody's like a criminal underworld thing in here in Mitros. Never pay much attention to it because, like I said, she only go after rich people. So, what's your name?
They call me Ina.
Who is they, and why do they call you Ina?
The people who named me call me Ina.
Oh, I like those people because Ina's a good name. What are you doing later?
I'm going to meet back up with my friends.
I pause here. At this moment, I look at Syaanis. I go, 50 gold. She knocks him the fuck out. I'm like elbow, and I'm like, ah!
I'm like double or nothing, boy.
All right, you got it. All right, y'all continue.
You feel this hand come into your chest like it's a little gold coin purse, and you hear in your ear, I'll take that bet. You see,
what the fuck is this?
You see this stocky dwarf walk over next to Ina and him, and you notice at the corner of your eye, Ina, but he's just kind of standing there. So, like I said, I have friends too. What are you doing later?
I was just gonna go back to where I'm staying. maybe write a missive to my husband. He's on a very important mission right now for Thylea.
Oh, that's cool. So you're not with your husband here. So where are you staying?
Just around. Not in one place for too long.
Me either. I get on a boat and we go really far out.
What boat are you on?
The Skipping Jack. It's small, but it takes the waves really good. It's not the size of the boat in the ocean, right? Yeah.
I know nothing about an ocean.
You should come see my boat then. It's on the ocean. It rocks really good.
I would, but it's already getting late and really need to check on my friends, so they're kind of lost without me.
From the side, you see this big, meaty metal gauntlet fist. Blam! Connect this dude's jaw. It kind of spins around, hits the ground. And this dark figure steps in front of you. You see a brown beard, brown eyebrows, and long brown hair. He looks up at you. Good to see you again, Ina. You recognize Dan the dwarf.
Oh, hey! What's up?
I
Fucking dwarves, they set
made
this
my
up.
way to Mitros. I figured I heard you were here, so I come thank you properly myself, since I never got to speak to you after.
Yeah,
I
we just
heard you
kept missing each other.
I hope you got... Let's bugger out of here. I'll talk to you as we walk back.
Great.
He taps you on the back and starts walking. That guy was a real jack-off, huh?
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah, my pleasure. He walks past Lycus, kind of holds his hand out.
It don't count if you interfere with the bet.
Well, then I'll take my coin back, because I wasn't privy to the rules.
Yeah, I give him his coin back. Yeah, I'm not going to keep that.
Hey, alright. Now, let's go, shall we? As you walk up the streets of Stygian Row up into the noble district in the city of Mitros with Dan the Dwarf. That's where we're going to end tonight's session.